Yes. Easy, right? You want to last day. Is that the last word? Okay. You see anything you can do. Okay, everyone, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Can you please give one to this Baba? So, one of the files. Yeah. So, dear Dhamma friends, good evening to everyone. Once again, before we start, I want to sincerely wish that may this meditation session also bring you a lot of peace, a lot of happiness, and a lot of insight, right? So, if you give you everything and work diligently, then you are going to get a lot of good results. This is just like the other things. So, for an example, if you are a farmer, if you farm very well, right? So with care, then you are going to get a lot of good crops, right? Then if you are not going to farm well, so if you don't understand how to farm, and then if you don't follow the right procedure, and if you don't dedicate, then you are not going to get enough amount of crops. This is the same. So just like the other things, to give you everything. Work hard, first for your own betterment, then for the betterment of the others. Dear Dhamma friends, so today too, we are going to practice both the meditations. All students will practice Vipassana meditation as usual, and the new students, they will practice breathing meditation. So all students, they are instructed to observe so up to the end of your fingertips, right? So after the end of your fingertips, So today they will be instructed to observe the front, so middle part of your body. So the whole front area, which includes the chest area and the stomach area, and at the same time, the back area. So part is in that whole area too, right? This way. So right chest area, left chest area, and the stomach area. Take it as a big portion, right? Then after that, upper back area and lower back area, right? Up to the buttocks, right? So then observe parts in your body and observe. So observe. Start observation from the top of your head and observe the whole head area. Then please observe the whole face area. Then after that, the neck. From the neck area up to the tips of your fingers, part by part, pitch by pitch, and then the whole front part of the middle part of your body, and then back, your back. So upper back, lower back, both, right? Then up to the buttocks. So part by part, pitch by pitch, keep on observing. Whatever the sensations that you encounter, please be aware. They are impermanent, changing. There is no sensation which will last forever. All the sensations will arise to pass away. Rise to pass away. All of them, let them be how, so it doesn't matter how pleasing they are. So it doesn't matter how painful they are. They have the same characteristic. They are impermanent, change. New students, they will be instructed to practice breathing meditation. So they are kindly requested to observe the breath. When the breath is coming in, please be fully aware. When it is going out, please be fully aware. So be aware that right now, my breath, it is coming in. And when it is going out, please be aware that right now, my breath, it is going out. But don't go with the breath all the way in. Stop your observation at the end of your nostrils. That's a place that you cannot see, but that you can feel. So the breath will touch that particular area when it goes in, and then when it goes out too, it will touch the very same area. Please come. Sorry. You can use this one. Then, if it is long, please be aware that it is long. If it is short, please be aware that it is short. If the breath is soft, please be aware that right now my breath, it is soft. If it is gross, please be aware that it is gross. But don't try to change the breath. Let it be so and accept it, welcome it as it is. So don't favor the soft breath over the gross breath. So you are here to develop not only the calmness, not only the quietness of the mind, not only the concentration, but also the equanimity, the balance of mind. So welcome each and every breath and keep on being aware about the breath that you're experiencing at this moment as it is, right? Gorisana, right? As it is. For me, as it is, right? Then please keep practicing like that. So about the breath. That is for the newcomers. And all students, they will be requested to practice Vipassana meditation, right? So before we start, every day I teach you something for your life, right? So during the first part, I teach you something so that you have to apply for your general life, so you can have peace in your general life, and you can transform that to the peace of mind. You can use that very peace of mind in your general world to the progress, for the progress of your meditation practice, right? So if the outside world is your outside behavior pattern is not nice, then you are not going to have a good background, meditation background. It's a good background for your meditation. And then, but if you have a good background, good social background around you, then it will be helpful for your meditation, for the progress of your meditation. So that's why I teach something every day in brief, right? Today I'm going to teach you about imitation. So uh, many people get so inspired by various kinds of people, right? We get inspired by various kinds of people. That is not a bad thing. But if you try to imitate the other people, then at such times you have to understand. So you go away. Right? So you are trying to be someone that you are not, right? So therefore, so you have to understand that so I should follow someone. So I should get inspired and follow someone's so practice or success, but you have to be yourself, right? You have to understand your limits. So you have to understand your abilities, and at the same time, you have to be aware where the area where you are lacking, right? So let's say someone says that I am so inspired by the Buddha, right? Then that if that person meditates days and nights without sleeping, so for so many days, so do you think that person would be able to become the Buddha? No, it won't happen. You have to understand that Buddha had the jet, but we are going to compete with that jet with your foot cycle. I mean, the bicycle. The bicycle cannot compete with the jet. Buddha developed those qualities for a longer period of time. That's why within a few years he could attain the enlightenment, right? All using his wisdom, all by himself. But we only have a bicycle. Some of us, we have just started the spiritual practice. So we have to understand our capacity and being who you are. So you have to practice accordingly, slowly but steadily with determination, right? So, um, so I want to share another fable with you. So this is a Greek fable. One day, uh, a toad, an old toad, saw a big bull, and the small toads around that. So small toads, baby toads, who were around that old toad, they started praising, uh, so praising the body of that bull. So they told this senior toad, oh Uncle Toad, can you see the size of that bull? It's so big, it's so huge. So then at that time, this bull, this senior toad, this old toad, it felt jealous. It felt jealous about this bull. Then what said was, "Oh, this is so." He said, "I also can make my body big, and I also can be like this." So this bull. Then baby toads, they were in disbelief. They said, no, uncle told, you cannot do like that. At the time, what this old toad did was, he shut his mouth, and then he started, so making its body bigger. So making its belly wider with the help of air, right? Then, after a while, he asked the baby toads, "Am I big just like that boy?" Then the baby toads replied, "No, uncle, no, not yet." Then he, so he, inhaled more air and made its size more bigger, and asked the other baby toads, "Oh, baby toads, am I bigger than the bull?" Then again the baby toad said, "No, not yet." Then for the third time too, this old toad, it inhaled more air and tried to make its body bigger. And do you know what might have happened? So it burst and died on the spot. You don't understand. So the toad cannot be the bull, and the bull cannot be the toad. So we have to understand what your size is. And you have to understand who you are. Instead of imitating the other people, it is okay to follow the others. So practice the qualities that so those great people practice. But you have to understand that you are you. The Buddha said, "Nanatta kaya, nanatta sanya." In this whole world, two beings are not equal. Nanatta kaya, all have different bodies, right? Nana sanya, different patterns of thinking, right? Different abilities of thinking. We have to understand that, and instead of imitation, better to follow, but you have to be who you are. If you imitate, so there are so many bad effects that you have to face. So a few of them are, so you have to, so one of them is, so you have to stay dependent on the others, right? Then at the same time, so you will reduce your self-esteem, right? Right? Then at the same time, so it will cause the lack of innovation, right? It will cause the lack of innovation. You won't have new ideas, right? So then inauthenticity in relationships, right? So you won't be able to connect well with the other people. So if you are really you, right? So if you don't try to become someone else, right? Then so instead of imitating, if you try improving, then you will be able to become a very good human being who have good relationships, so in your general life, and at the same time, so it can help you to progress in meditation too, right? And a famous thinker, John Mason, says, if you were born original, don't die a copy, right? So you were born original, don't die a copy. So then don't imitate, but follow the good qualities that the great people practice, right? And so whatever the good things that you can take from their lives, take it to your life, but you cannot be you cannot be the same person like so as the other people, as your inspirations were, right? So you have to understand that too. So with that understanding, we are going to start today's meditation. And Everyone, so please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Let your whole body and mind to calm down. First, I'm going to pay our respect and gratitude towards the Buddha. And after that, we are going to start today's silent meditation time. Please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arehang samma sambuddho viññācarane sampanno sugato lokavido anuttaro purise dhammesarati sattā deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo sangdittiko akaliko pasiko opanaiko machatang vedittabbo vinyuhiti Sopanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yatidang chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggala Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakineyo anjali karaniyo Anutterang punyakitang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very equanimous mind, very patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are a newcomer, as you are requested, kindly requested, please practice breathing meditation. If you are an old student, please keep practicing Vipassana meditation. Whatever the meditation practice that you are going to practice, may your meditation be very, very successful. May your meditation be very, very successful. Everyone, please calmly start your meditation right now. Now, if your legs are paining, you can spread them and let your pain on your legs go. But please keep your eyes closed. Now we are going to practice loving kindness meditation in brief. Loving kindness meditation in brief. First, let's share a sincere loving kindness with yourself. Please think like this. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards our dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards all those people, your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, let's spread our sincere loving kindness towards the people in the middle, the neutral people. They are the people who are not your friends, at the same time who are not your enemies, and they are the neutral people. So please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. May all the neutral people be well, be happy, be peaceful. May all the neutral people be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now, let's spread our sincere loving kindness towards the enemies, the people that you don't like, the people who think of you as enemies. So the people who try to harm you or hurt you. Please spread your loving kindness towards them. Before spreading the loving kindness, first please mentally forgive those people for their ignorant actions. At the same time, if you have done anything wrong towards them, intentionally or unintentionally, ask forgiveness mentally. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies, the people that you don't like, or the people that are bound to harm you, that are trying to harm you. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your enemies. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Not only human beings, not only animals, birds, reptiles, fish, not only visible beings, even towards all kinds of invisible beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. All the beings in the world. Bhavettu sampe mangalam rakkantu sampe devatam samme buddhanupavine samme dhammanupavine samme sanghanupavine Sada Sutti Bhavang Tutti. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Now everyone, very calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. Now everyone, please join your palms together and say 3 times. Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. My dear Dhamma friends, hope all of you had a very good meditation session. Especially Vipassana meditators, now they might have begun to feel the alarm system of their body. What is this alarm system of your body? Whenever you get angry, so the anger arises inside the mind. We all know it affects the body too. So when you are getting angry, so the alarm system of the body starts to let you know that you are getting angry. How does it alarm you that you are getting angry? How does it do it? Yes, through its sensations. So how about your breath at that time? So it's gross, right? And fast. Gross, fast, and hot, heated. So whenever you are getting angry, you feel your breath as hot, fast, and gross. Now, if you focus on your breath, you realize you are getting angry. Then how about your body? Inside the body, you feel tensed, and at the same time, the body heat, it starts to rise. Not only that, so how about the burning sensations? You start to feel burning sensations all around your body. So what does it mean? So because of someone else's action, so you start to realize that you have already started to harm your own body. Someone else did the action, but now who is harming? So you are harming to yourself. Now the alarm system has started to alarm you. Then what do? So you have to understand that this is impermanent changing. So focusing on those sensations, you have to focus and develop, so interact with the understanding, experiential understanding about impermanence. Then what will happen? It will, so gradually that anger will subside. If you are feeling jealousy, so how does the body react? So haven't you checked? Does that mean that all the Vipassana meditators don't feel jealousy? They have already come out of it. So you feel again burning sensation and itching sensation all around the body. Actually, when you feel jealousy, you feel it. So you feel the jealousy in mind, but it will be fueled by the bodily sensations that you develop. Right? Then later on, you start to react to those bodily sensations. That's what which would carry your jealousy forward. Right? Then how about fear? When you feel fear, what kind of sensations do you feel? Okay, uncomfortable. What kind of sensations? Yeah, so that means, so you might have not yet observed the body, nature of your body when you felt afraid, right?
Perhaps chills.
Yes, very nice. So you feel certain chills on the body, very nice. Then hardness. Hardness, so your muscles, so you feel them hard, right? They become hard. And then, so, right? Yes, so heart starts to beat very fast. Heart starts to beat very fast. Very nice. What happens to the breath? Yes, it starts again. This also, fear is also related to aversion. So the breath becomes fast, right? And then, so the mind, so the body and mind, both of, so muscles and the mind, they feel like frozen. So just it feels just like frozen, right? So those are the sensations that you will feel when you have the fear inside, right? Then what, you know what to do, At such times, you have to focus on the sensations, right? And they are the ones which will fuel your fear and move it forward. Even though it's hard, if you start focusing on those sensations and so think and with understanding, if you start to think like, so these sensations are impermanent, changing, automatically you will realize the level of fear. It has begun. So you will feel that your fear is shrinking simultaneously, right? So then, so you have to, now you have to little by little, you have to get used to your alarm system, the alarm system of your body. And then, so with the help of that, you should try to control your emotions, especially the negative emotions, right? So that is especially for Vipassana meditators. But the others, if you can, as you can, so please use it. Then we were discussing about the Eight Noble Path, right? And we already discussed the first part of this Eight Noble Path. Shaurya, can you remember the first one? So first part of the Eight Noble Path, right understanding. And then right understanding, I taught you last week, it would lead to right concept. So Ms. Rina and Sri Anfaya, both of you were not here. So second one is right concept. I told you, so when you have the right understanding, it leads you to right concepts. So all of you, so that's how you live in this world. So you understand things, according to your understandings, you build concepts, and according to those concepts, you live. Right, Dinesha? That's how we live, right? So, then, so when you have right understanding, it leads to right concepts. So I taught you already, when you have the right understanding about, basically about impermanence, suffering, and no self, then it leads, not only that, the Four Noble Truths, right, Eight Noble Path, then it leads to the right concepts, right? I taught you already about three kinds of right concepts that you basically develop inside. Number one, avoid negativities. Yes. So the concept to avoid all the negativities that you have. You think, I will get rid of all the negativities that I do have, right? Then you develop another concept. Concept number two, not to get angry. Very nice. So whatever it happens, you determine, I won't get angry, right? Then after that, third concept, Mr. Tim, whatever it happens, I will not harm anyone. Yes. I will get rid of all the negativities that I have. Whatever it happens, I won't get angry. And then whatever it happens, I won't harm anyone. So with the experiential wisdom, so you develop this right understanding, then right understanding leads to these kinds of right concepts, right? Then you start to live a harmless life because of right concepts that you develop. So the very first thing we get affected is your speech. So today we are going to learn how you will start to practice right speech, right? Right speech. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Why do we have 2 ears and one mouth. Very nice. So you have to listen more, but you have to speak less. Buddha says, Purisasya hi jatasya, Pali in those days language, Purisasya hi jatasya, Kuthari jayate mukhe. Right? So, for the person who is born to this world, right? For the human being who was born to this world, so there inside that person, there appears an X. So where that X appears, it appears inside your mouth. With an X, if you use it correctly, you can cut down trees. But you can use that very X to harm the other people too. Similarly, so this tongue, so the words that you use, that you produce with this tongue, they can soothe the other people and make your life easy. And at the same time, it can harm the other people too. Got it? So that's why Buddha said, so the tongue is just like an X, right? Well, with this tongue, tongue, you produce words. So there are two kinds of words. So wrong speech, wrong kinds of words, and the good kinds of words, good speech, right speech. So there are these two kinds of speeches. So to understand right speech, first we have to understand what's this wrong speech is, right? So please write them down. Number one. So first wrong speech is musavada. Musavada means lies. What is actually a lie? What is a lie? So Baba, so what is a lie? So Mr. I forgot your name. Ratan Kumar, right? Right. Mr. Ratan Kumar. So what is a lie? Yes, Shaurya. So what is not true, right? That is a lie. So this is how the Buddha teaches what a lie is. Let's say someone saw something. Then another person comes and asks this person, did you see that? Then at that time, this person says, no, I didn't see it. So someone didn't see something. Someone comes and asks this person, so did you see that? So didn't you see that? Then this person says, I saw it. This person didn't see that, but this person says, yes, I saw it. So this person said something. Someone comes and asks, did you say this kind of a thing? But at that time, this person says, no, I didn't say such kind of thing. Someone didn't say something. So then another person comes and asks this person, didn't you say, you didn't say this kind of thing? Is it so? Didn't you? Then this person says, no, I told so. So then, so some person experienced, felt something. At that time, this person says, no, I didn't feel such kind of thing. Someone didn't feel something. Someone comes and asks, did you feel this kind of a thing? Then this person says, no, I didn't. Yes, I felt it. Right? Like that, whatever you whatever you did, you refute it and you say that you didn't do that. And then, so whatever you didn't do, you say that you did it. This is what, which is called a lie, according to Buddha, right? So, do you want to go? Oh, right. Yeah. Then, that's how Buddha defined the lie, right? Lie is a wrong speech. What is the biggest crime of lying? When you lied once, what will happen, Sana? If you lied once, so let's say you lied to your parents, what will happen? Yeah, for sure they'll scold at you. I know. Other than that, very nice, very nice. You make the other people, so you make it impossible for the other people to trust you again. Even when you tell the truth later on, they think twice because you have already lied once. So the trust has broken at least by half, right? Even though throughout your life, you won't, let's say, you won't lie again throughout your life, but still you have the doubt at the back of your mind. So this is the biggest crime of lying. Got it? So you have determined this is a wrong practice of speech. I won't do it. Right? Right, Kavi? Got it. Lying is the first kind of wrong speech. Musavada, according to Buddhist way. Then second wrong speech is so Pisuna Vacha. Pisuna Vacha means divisive speech. Divisive speech. So we can use the word separative speech too. Let's say there are two people. So let's say there's Mr. Reina and then there's so Shiva now Mr. So they are very good friends. I know. So they are very good friends. So Dhamma brothers. So there is a person who wants to break their brotherhood or unity, right? Then what this person does is, so that person goes to Mr. Reina and then tell bad about Mr. Shivanna. So then after that, so whatever the reply Mr. Reina gives, right? So he's also a general person, normal person. He, let's say, he gets angry and says something, so something small, which may be against Miss Shivanna, right? Then let's say Miss Shiva, right? For the convenience. So say something against Miss Shiva, right? And then this person comes to Mr. Shiva and says it in a way that that breaks Miss Shiva's mind about Mr. Reena. Right? Then whatever Mr. Shiva says about Mr. Reena in reply, so this person goes back and tells to Mr. Reena with the intention to break both of their brotherhood, unity. This is separative speech or divisive speech. So this is the second kind of wrong speech. So if you do that, then such kind of people have to face very difficult consequences in life, right? Have you ever seen people, they have money, they have power, they have many such kind of things. So family is good too, but they cannot make friends. Many years ago, so when we began, so I mean, around maybe 2016, 17. So a lady um, who is a very powerful person in Santa Clara, she joined this, so in the judicial system. So now she is more powerful. Somehow, so she joined so this meditation program. Later on, she was suffering from certain mental difficulties, and uh, and she had a very big problem. So she had everything that she wished in her life, other than one thing. She never could make friends. She had everything. She knew the biggest politicians in the area, very powerful people in the area, and then she had enough amount of money, right? She had a very good family, good husband, two good kids. So, but she didn't have friends. Maximum she could, so she made friends. If she could make friends, that friend stays with her only for maybe 2, 3 weeks. After that, those friends they disappear. Unbelievable, right? So such kind of things. Um, so according to Buddha, mostly such kind of things happen because as a result of past practice of divisive speech. Now they divided the other people. In the past, they divided the others. Now they had to stay aloof as a result, right? So this is how the world is. Then this is so you have to understand divisive speech is a bad speech. So I won't practice this bad speech, right? Divisive speech. Third one, parusa vacha, abusive speech, right? There are certain people who use, so as I mentioned earlier, you can use the words to soothe people. At the same time, you can use the words to attack people. So certain words are just like attacks with a, a spear, right? So they don't damage externally, but those words damage internal, right? Abusive speech, right? So this is the third kind of wrong speech. It includes vulgar words, right? So then words that you use to accuse and intimidate the other people, lower the other people. So those words, they are abusive words. So you have to understand that since it is harmful for the other people, and at the same time, so if you use abusive speech against anyone, that trauma stays inside that person for a long period of time. Sometimes throughout the other person's life, that person looks at you with fear, right? So whenever that person comes to interact with you, that person will interact you throughout the life with fear. So you have to very, very vigilant, and you have to be very careful not to use abusive speech. Parusa vacha. Fourth one, sampappalapa. So sampappalapa means meaningless speech. Certain people keeps on talking and talking and talking about various things that are not useful for oneself and that are not useful for the others. In November, a very important event in United States so is coming. I don't have to give any description. So many people might be talking about this, whether it's going to be K or T, right? Then you talk for hours and it's okay to talk, but there should be a limit, right? There should be a limit. So too much talking about politics or maybe celebrities, right? And then various kinds of entertainment exceeding the limit, that's meaningless, right? So something which happened in the past, right? Or something which will happen in the future, which is not useful, right? Talking about such kind of thing excessively, exceeding the limit, that's meaningless speech. It wastes your time and it wastes the other people's precious human lifetime too. So you have to understand that it's a wrong speech and you have to abstain from this fourth wrong speech. What is that? Meaningless speech. So there are four kinds of wrong speeches. Number one, Olsen, lies. Number two, Ms. Shanti, divisive speech. Number three, Mr. Howard, in your online
abusive speech.
Yes, very nice. Abusive speech. So, so number four, Mr. Ratangwa. Yeah, meaningless speech. Meaningless speech. Those are the four kinds of wrong speeches. Now, what are the four kinds of right speeches? Please write them down. So, number one, so truthful speech. Number one, truthful speech. What is truthful speech? If you know something, you say, I know it. If you don't know something, you say, I don't know it. If you did something, you say, I did it. If you didn't do something, you say, you didn't do that. Right? If you felt something, you say, you felt it. If you didn't feel something, you say, I didn't feel it. So you speak the truth and you hold on to the truth and you stay firm with the truth and you stay reliable and you become a, a, a non-deceiver of the world. So this is the description of the Buddha, right? How you speak the truth and you hold on to the truth, you stay firm, you stay reliable, and you stay as a non-deceiver of the world. You don't try to deceive the world. Outside and inside, you stay open and truthful, right? So then, number two, then truthful speech is the first right speech. Number two, speech that promotes unity, right? So speech that promotes unity. So always, so whenever you talk with the other people, you try to talk in a way that unite the other people. If certain people, certain individuals are not united, you try to make them united. And if certain people are already united, they try to make them more united, right? And at the same time, so uh, so um, uh, according to Buddha, So abandoning the divisive speech, such kind of person, abstains from divisive speech. So what he has heard here, he does not tell they are to break those people apart from these people here. And what he has heard there, he does not tell here to break these people apart from the people there. Thus, reconciling those who have broken apart or cementing those who are united. He loves concord. That concord means unity. That person loves unity. That person delights in unity. That person enjoys in unity and speaks things that create unity. So this is the second kind of right speech. So what is the third kind of right speech? Then third kind of right speech is the speech, so the soft speech, the soft speech. So abandoning the abusive words, that person speaks the words with these kinds of qualities. So the words, you start to speak the words which are soothing to ear. So when you hear those words, you feel like pouring honey to your ear. So when you listen to such kind of words, you feel so soothing, right? Then that are affectionate. That person starts to speak words which are affectionate, and that goes to the heart. Hadayangama, Buddha's way, which directly goes to the heart. So it enters from your ear and goes and hit your heart, right? Hadayangama. And that are polite. That person use abandoning abusive speech. That person uses the soft speech, which is polite. It has the quality of politeness and appealing and pleasing, to the people at large. For a bigger crowd, for a bigger crowd, such kind of words should be soothing and appealing. So, abandoning abusive speech, this person used this kind of a soft speech. In Pali, if you want the word, these kinds of speeches are called as aparusa vacha, right? Then fourth one is meaningful speech. Excessively, this person don't talk about the politicians or celebrities or things which happen in the past, which will happen in the future, right? About various kinds of fantasies. That person won't talk excessive. So respecting the other people's and one's own and other people's precious human time. That person saves each and everyone's precious human time, right? Life is not to waste. You already know we'll live for how many years? 50 years if we have 100 years. So you only have 50 years to live. Among those 50 years too, you really live only about 20, 30 years, right? So you should not waste that time, right? Right, Olsen? Right, very nice. Then abandoning such kind of four kinds of wrong speeches, this person practices four kinds of right speech, right? Right? That person who practices the right speech, meaningful speech, uses that person's words like this. That person speaks on time, right? And that person speaks what is factual. What is factual? What are the facts? So that person speaks according to the facts. And what is accordance with the goal? What is accordance with the goal? Not so this and that, so unnecessary stuff. Directly, that person talks about the goal, right? So that person doesn't beats around the bush. That's the word, right? And the dham, which goes along with the dharma. The words which goes along with the dharma. And so, and that person speaks so meaningful words which were treasuring, seasonable, reasonable, circumscribe, that means according to the circumstance, and connected with the goal, final goal, Nibbana, right? So this is how someone uses the meaningful speech, right? So I can't give a very long description with the limited time that we have. I think I gave you a so so adequate enough description to understand what are the four kinds of right speeches. But please practice them in your life. And there are another 5 things that you have to consider, measurements that you have to consider before you speak. I will teach them in brief. Please write them down and use them whenever you have to talk. So these 5 measurements, you have to use them whenever you have to talk. Number 1, you have to consider whether this is the right time to say this or the wrong time to say this. Number 1, right? Whether this is the right time to say this or the wrong time to say this. Number 2, whether this is 100% true and accurate, or is this a hearsay? Sometimes you might have heard it from very trustworthy person, but we actually don't know. So it's not something 100% accurate, right? So you have to think that. And if you really don't know the facts, and for sure this is true, then you have to keep quiet. If it is not a truth that you have already experienced, right? So that you are 100% sure about, okay? So you have to think whether this is 100% true or not 100% true, right? So then number 3, you have to think whether this is beneficial or not beneficial, right? Whether this is the right time or the wrong time, 100% true or not 100% true, or whether this is beneficial for the listener or not beneficial for the listener. Sometimes there is a person, so there may be a truth, but there is a person, if that person hears this truth, that person becomes furious. This person is calm now. If you say this person becomes furious. So it's not beneficial. You have to stop it. You should not tell that, right? Whether this is beneficial or not beneficial. Number 4. So what kind of a tone? So rough tone or soft tone? So there are certain people. First, you have to use the soft tone to talk to people. If someone doesn't listen, and if that is person that you have care a lot, then you have to use the medication, rough speech. But you should not exceed the limits. You have used rough speech, right? So for 3 times, you have to use soft speech. Let's say Roshan doesn't listen to Shaurya, right? Then, so 3 times you, as the elder brother, you use the soft speech. 4th time, since you have to care and you have to correct, you use the rough speech. If not, you have to kill the person. Oh, in Buddhism we should not kill. Then what does it mean, killing? Killing means you should not talk again. That's the real killing. You won't talk about it again after the fourth attempt. Whatever you do it. I'm not going to instruct you again. That's killing. Right. So then uh, fifth one, you have checked whether I'm talking with loving kindness or anger, right? Hatred, loving kindness or hatred. Sometimes you can tell the truth too, but with hatred, right? That's dangerous. So you have to check yourself. As a meditator, you have to live with loving kindness. And you are expected to practice, do actions with loving kindness. So this is the fifth thing that you have to think before you talk, right? That's it. Now, I think you got a lot of information about right speech. Now we are going to conclude. Everyone, please think. Together, all of us gathered here and practice this noble, non-sectarian, pure meditation technique and learned a lot of Dhamma. By that way, we accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we all be able to practice this noble Dhamma practice continuously. And finally, eradicating all the negativities, developing all the positivities. May all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Please join your palms together and please concentrate. Abhivadana silise nichang bata pachaino Yataro dhamma vadanti ayuvangno sukang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful and blessed. Good night to everyone. Take rest and see you all on next Friday. Sukhiyotu, Sukhiyotu, Sukhiyotu. Right. Right. Good night, Mr. Huad.
Good night to you, Bhante. Thank you.
Good night. You be happy. Good night, Neha Didi.
Good night, Bante. Thank you very much.
Me
It was a
be
very nice one today. Thank
Me
you.
be happy. Sukhiyotu. Good night, Mr. Kevin.
Good night. Thank you, Bhante.
May all the good happen to you, Mr. Kevin. Good night.